Hello everybody and welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. That's right, we're back at it again to Theorycraft. This time we have a lot to talk about, but mostly what we're going to be talking about today is the books, because a new book just came out called The Storyteller, and there is so much stuff in that book that we need to look for in this game and that we need to talk about for the sake of theories. So, with all that being said, we're about to jump right into this, but before we do, like and subscribe and all that shit, you know it helps out a ton. So there is so much to talk about here. Let's go over to the balcony, and let's take a look over the edge while we talk about some stuff. So, first of all, there's supposed to be a giant tree here. There is not a giant tree here. In the book, they talk about a lot of stuff. One of the main ones being a giant tree that is specifically a baobab tree. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but we'll put a picture of the tree up on screen, like the type of trees that they're supposed to be. And this particular tree is described as being a bright yellow tree to match the tracks, the roller coaster tracks. And it's also described as its roots being wiring that connects to every single venue, and the trunks are rainbow, like rainbow branches on the tree. So this is such a weird description of a thing, because I've never seen anything like this in Security Breach. It's just not here. So having that description is so weird. Rainbow branches, bright yellow tree trunk, like this doesn't make a lot of sense, especially to be right here. This is supposed to be the atrium, right? That's what this place is. Let's check the map real quick. How do we tell if it's the atrium? The actual map, right? Hey yo, where's the fucking names and shit? I swear I'm supposed to be able to tell that this is called the atrium somewhere, right? Am I crazy? Either way, there's a lot of locations that are important in the book, and there's a lot of things that are important in the book, and today we're going to be keeping a lookout for a lot of those. First of all, the wiring that connects to every single venue. I think we've seen that, and I think I theorized that it was the blob, or maybe somehow the puppet, or something like that. I don't remember because it was probably a really long time ago, but I'm pretty sure we covered the wires that are everywhere, because there is wiring throughout every single attraction in this place. And I don't know if the wiring in the book is like colored, like if it's specific colors, but from the book cover, Tiger Rock, which I'll also put up now, that's supposed to be the Storyteller. That's supposed to be what they look like, and the wiring coming out of the back of them is black, so I think the wires around the place, we can amount to those. Really quick, before we, talk about this, we're gonna read a little bit of a synopsis about this. So, we have Mr. Bowers. He has had an impressive history getting into college at the age of 13 and has an impressive IQ. Now at the age of 35, Mr. Bowers is the youngest Fazbear Entertainment board chairman in history. So he's a board chairman. The board consists of 5 men and 4 women, which I think is weird that it points that out. And one other person, 64-year-old Edwin Murray, who's also important. It says that he's haunted by a mysterious, tragic backstory that resulted in many years of therapy and visits to the doctor, but they don't really specify too much on it. And he became a part of the board when Fazbear Entertainment bought out his engineering company, 30 years ago. So, 30 years ago, that would be, I don't know yet, because we don't have an exact year for our timeline, but during a meeting with an accountant, Mr. Burrows is upset to learn that the Mega PIZZAPLEX isn't making as much money as he'd hoped. So basically, they're not getting a lot of money. So basically, they start arguing about how they have no money. So, Mr. Bowers, another board member, just an unspecified board member, suggests that they use AIs to come up with stories. And Mr. Bowers is like, hell yeah, that's free money, baby. That's free money. So then they come up with the Storyteller. And Edwin is like, nah, man, this is a terrible idea. We should not do this. This is like fucked up. We're gonna lose the creativity. That's no human. And Mr. Bowers is like, nah, fuck you, it's money, buddy. It's money, buddy. We're getting that money, buddy. They were like, all right, let's put him somewhere where people don't get to see him a lot. So they decided to put him inside of a giant tree that they eventually came up with the idea to make it a baobab tree, which is what we're going to be looking for. And, you know, they described the tree in detail. We already talked about that, though. And you know, it connects directly to the storyteller, who's inside of the tree. And the storyteller gives out instructions to the animatronics and electronics, so he can just kind of do anything. He can mess with everything in the PIZZAPLEX, basically. It's an omnipotent being using everything he sees to come up with products to sell. So, you know, that's kind of fucked up. But basically, Edwin's like, I want to look at this shit. I want to check it out, because I don't trust you, Mr. Bowers. How are you doing this? So he sneaks in the trunk late one night at the PIZZAPLEX through the loading dock and hides in Monty Golf. He sees what's being carried into the tree, and then he has like a PTSD flashback, kind of, because what they're carrying into the tree is an animatronic tiger head, a large white animatronic tiger head. So, you know, he freaks out and stuff, and he leaves. Then the security team tells Mr. Bowers that he was running around. They're like, hey, this man's walking around looking at us doing shit. And Mr. Bowers is like, let him do it. He's not a problem. We're a company. We've got stuff to do. And then he hangs up the call like a douchebag. Edwin's walking around trying to do research on the storyteller at night, like sneaking in, losing sleep, trying out a bunch of stuff. But he doesn't do it in time, and the storyteller goes online. The storyteller, when he goes online, he has like a birthday party, essentially, which is a little bit weird to me. So during the storyteller's birthday party, Edwin's running off doing other stuff, and he's checking out all the animatronics to see what's up with them. And all the animatronics have turned strangely sinister. Like Chica, instead of being hungry, wait, what? Glamrock Chica's previously gluttonous nature is replaced with an obsession for attention. What? Well, that's weird, because that's not in the game, I don't think. But Roxanne Wolf, her teasing becomes cruel. Mr. Cupcake becomes more aggressive, which is weird that he's even there. Montgomery Gator turns violent. And Freddy becomes all like sad and childish, I guess, because he's found fighting with a little girl over a plushie, and when he loses the fight with the little girl over the plushie, like, you know, they're fighting over it, tug of war, that shit, and when he loses, he goes and cries in a corner. Poor Freddy, he doesn't deserve that. But Mr. Bowers leaves. He finds out how Edwin's getting into the tree, so he decides to lock him into the tree, not realizing that there's no ventilation system. So a week passes by with Edwin being locked in the tree and Mr. Bowers being all upset about it. He's like, oh shit, why isn't he trying to escape? Why isn't he getting out? Maybe he's getting in a different way. So he goes into the tree one night using the scanner out front, just walking in the front door, waltzing on in, and he finds Edwin dead, covered in construction paper, with construction paper all over the walls, and the construction paper has symbols, stick figures, and the words "I'm sorry" written all over them. And the specific symbols they were talking about are triangles, circles, squares, triangles on triangles, that kind of thing. So then, you know, he tries to leave, Mr. Bowers tries to leave the tree, but the scanner doesn't work. So he's basically stuck in there, and he's starting to suffocate. So he gets desperate, and he starts beating the shit out of the storyteller, hoping that people will like see the animatronic is failing and come try to help. But that doesn't happen. Instead, you know, he beats the shit out of the animatronic, ripping its shit out of the back of his head, trying to get it to stop working, and it works without power. The storyteller runs without power. So, you know, he tries to like hack the guy, and his password is failed. His password fails. So the story ends with him, you know, screaming for help, hoping that someone comes along to rescue him. And that's the whole book. That's the whole book. You just got the whole book right there. So basically we have to keep a lookout for a white tiger animatronic, which is really weird. But there's also so much stuff in that that's it's so weird. They describe Chica as being yellow still. Chica was described as being yellow and still wearing a bib and carrying a cupcake. That is not right. That's not right. But it also explains a lot of stuff, like the fact that Roxy acts the way she does. You know, she's saying actually really rude stuff instead of being like, you know, playful, teasy. But it doesn't explain Chica. I don't know what's going on with Chica because I feel like Chica got replaced or something. First of all, she used to be yellow, and we don't know, like, she's not yellow in any of the marketing, you know? So that had to happen before they broke this place down. But either way, this is the atrium, right? Is this the atrium? I'm pretty sure this place is the atrium, but really quick, we'll check the front just in case that's the atrium. So yeah, in this episode, all that we're doing is we're looking around for the stuff that's in the book. We're gonna look around for the roller coaster. We're gonna look around for this giant tree. That's what we're looking for today. That's what we're looking for. And I have been told that the giant tree is in Princess Quest, but what I want to know is, like, where would the baobab tree be? Also, a lot of people think that this place got torn down twice. Like, it got all messed up one day and basically got another reset, because a lot of stuff is described differently in the books than it is in the series. Like Chica being yellow. But I feel like I'm starting to believe that more and more. I'm starting to believe it more and more as time goes on, because the further that we play this game, the more I'm like, this just isn't right to what is in the story, you know? It's not lining up properly. I don't remember where the atrium is. I'm gonna be real. I don't remember what place it is. I'm pretty sure it's this place. And if it is, there is no baobab tree here. There's palm trees everywhere, but there is no baobab tree. But the other thing I want to look at is if there's still a path in Monty Golf that goes to the loading docks through Monty Golf. Because if there is, then this place is still like the same layout. And if there isn't, then this place has a different layout than the one in the books. And I don't know what that means, but I would assume that it means that this place got torn down and built back bigger. Like, they built it larger than it was before. Also, there is roller coasters up here, but they're up there, which is weird. But the roller coasters in the book were called, like, the Speed Freddy, which is different than the roller coasters up there. The Speed Freddy was described as a roller coaster that goes super fast to whatever music you play. You get to choose from like 5 genres of music. And it goes super fast, and there's flashing colors, flashing lights everywhere. And they go to the music as you go through it. And it's a minute-long sequence, and you get what's described as the best souvenir present out of it. So basically, it's not this roller coaster. It's not this one. This one is not it. But the question is, what is it, you know? So does this go to the loading dock? This is level 0 maintenance, right? There's that room. There's supposed to be a place to get to the loading dock from here. I don't think that there is. Is there? Wait, maybe that's this door. Maybe that door leads to the atrium, the level 10 door? Shit, that means that even if we do figure out that there's no way to the atrium from here, or not atrium, I'm saying the wrong thing. Even if we figure out that there's no way to the loading docks from here, which that's what it's looking like, that level 10 thing really just kind of shits on all that. And I think it does. I think it successfully shits on all that. I think that level 10 door, because we know what the level 10 doors are. The level 10 doors are shortcuts throughout the PIZZAPLEX that go to different places. We know that. Also, what the fuck? Why is there that? So, the other thing that I want to point out about the books that are really weird, they have other animatronics in them, like the monkey or the tiger, which is very weird to me. There's a tiger animatronic that we do not see ever, and I don't know where they're at or what they're doing, but we really need to figure out. Another thing that we need to figure out... Wait, hold on. This is yellow, isn't it? This is yellow, right? Like, I'm not crazy. That's yellow, right? Next to those stars, it doesn't look that yellow, though. But it is, though, yeah? Like, it's yellow. Which would mean that maybe she was yellow, because I doubt that they're gonna replace these. In fact, I don't think they replace anything over here, because Bonnie Bull's over here, right? And Bonnie Bull, that's like from the old one. Also, damn, there's so many glitched ass textures. Yeah, I did actually. Other places that the book took place in were in this place. But that also, the book explains so much stuff. It explains why the animatronics are behaving the way they are. It explains why Chica's feeding frenzy can run unplugged. It explains so much about this franchise. But it also adds so many questions at the same time. It's like, damn, it feels a little counterproductive. But I like the way it's going. I like the whole storyteller thing. I think it's a pretty neat thing. Because we don't know who the storyteller is. They said that they got a bunch of, like, old animatronic parts together from an unknown source. Basically exactly what happened in FNAF VR. And they put it into the storyteller. And it just kind of did its thing. So that, you know, that makes me think it's probably Glitchtrap, right? Glitchtrap is probably the storyteller. Which would also explain why so many things are set up the way they are and done the way that they are. Like, all these creepy events that link to Help Wanted or previous FNAF things in a weird way. That might just be the storyteller setting stuff up because he is Glitchtrap. I don't know. There's so much to think about there. But either way, we're going to end the video here. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I know this video was a little bit shorter, but my camera is about to die. So we had to make it shorter. I do apologize for that, but hopefully you still enjoyed nonetheless. There won't be a FNAF video for like 2 days or so, maybe even 3, because we gotta get other games out. I gotta beat The Murder of Sonic, which if you haven't been watching, go check it out, because I love that series. And I also gotta get through a little bit further in Dead Island. I don't want to like have that series dead on the channel, so I gotta keep it going a little bit. So for a couple days, we're not gonna be having that much FNAF, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna go full back into FNAF after that. Either way though, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Depends on if we really get into Dead Island or not. That's really what it depends on. If we really get into Dead Island, we'll probably swap back and forth between them. But if not, we'll go full force into FNAF. Either way, that's going to be the end of this one. Like and subscribe and all that shit. It helps out a ton, pushes the video around more. You already know what it does. If you want to see more videos I've made, they should be appearing on screen now. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Peace out.